Previously on Trails in the Reverie, the party fought the EDF and Crossbell and made it to Orchis Tower thanks to some unexpected allies. The Supreme Leader tried to tempt the real Rufus into taking over Zemuria, but Rufus refused and cut him down. Meanwhile, Risha defeated Ilya in their dance-off and turned the latter back to normal. Unfortunately, Elysium was still at large and used the Retributive Tower to destroy Yuno Naval Fortress to cow the rest of Zemuria into submission. The commotion in the city is starting to calm down to a degree. Garcia also helped us recover all of the remaining Sauber Solats and transport them into the Geofront. The remaining members of the Evan Defense Force all willingly surrendered themselves too. As for Ilya Platier, she's been taken to the hospital. She's exhausted but in no danger. Thank Adios for that. She's in good hands with Dr. Salin. Speaking of the doctor, it sounds like Mireille's surgery was a success. It's a shame I can't see her yet, but at least I know she's alright. You will soon. For now, we need to decide on our next move. Who knew something like that would show up on Lake Elm? The Retributive Tower. We've already seen it's capable enough to annihilate something the size of Yuno Naval Fortress in an instant. From what I can see, it powers itself through the spirit veins. This energy is amplified and reflected by combat shell satellites in the sky, which then direct them toward a desired target. The technology to fire a beam of its strength with such precise accuracy doesn't just exist in the Empire, but Elysium can realize it. I thought so. The fortress's troops were stationed elsewhere at the time of the attacks, so by the grace of the goddess no lives were lost. I'm more ashamed that my old castle could fall so easily. I don't think any fortress could have withstood a blast like that. The aim was to show its monstrous capabilities and serve its purpose well. You need only look at our neighbors' reactions to see that, particularly Calvard's. Indeed. You talked to their new president just earlier, didn't you, sir? I did, yes.
It feels like just yesterday that we were gathered to affirm Crossbell's independence. The speed with which you liberated your city was nothing short of astonishing. The many hardships that Crossbellans have endured have molded them into a most hardy people indeed.
We are hardly worthy of such praise. I truly regret that we've been unable to bring this crisis to a conclusion faster, Mr. President.
Roy Gramheart.
But it is good to have this line of communication open to us again. Now, I believe it would be wise to discuss how to address that new weapon of mass destruction that...
As it happens, we have already begun preparing our response. We have readied enough troops to dwarf even our great numbers from the war.
I see.
Surely you are aware of the extremely delicate position Crossbell finds itself in at present. If Erebonia, or even Calvard, were to try and intervene with force, well...
I am indeed aware. But how else is a head of state to respond when his territory is threatened?
The tower shall next rain judgment on the Calvard Republic's Baratier airbase. Its divine lightning will spare not one thing as it turns its frame to dust.
Is this a pre-recorded message, or is it supposed to be a deep fake?
You have until 5 o'clock this evening to reconsider your stance. I do hope you make the right decision.
Our military's general headquarters will be the next target if we do not act. We have no choice. I'm quite surprised as how much Erebonia is dragging its heels in light of the losses it has recently suffered.
I deeply regret the position your country has been placed in after a problem that erupted within our borders. But could you not give us a little more time to resolve this on our own? I assure you that we are not sitting idly by while your nation is threatened.
And I believe you. I have it on good authority that many capable hands have gathered in Crossbell. But I would like to make our stance crystal clear. Refusing our gracious offer of support means you have also forfeited support from the Imperial Army. And given what is at stake, the deadline draws dangerously close. We will take action as we see fit.
President Gramheart, sir.
Yes, I fully understand that.
Then all is well. The Republican Army stands ready to aid you, should you require it. I hope you will make the correct choice, and sooner rather than later, Mr. Speaker.
It's just like the orbital shutdown phenomenon with Gilead Osborne. The rumors about him were an exaggeration, in the least. If anything, they didn't exaggerate him enough. I've heard his actions since the war have made him very popular in the Republic. Until now, we feared Calvard would use the Supreme Leader as an excuse to invade, but the Tower changed everything. They know as little about it as we do, so of course they would be hesitant about approaching it. Well, it's the right move. Playing this card has no downsides for them. I don't doubt that as soon as they have a grasp of the situation, they'll use it as an excuse to intervene and claim Crossbell as their own. I fear my only option may be to request both the Republic and the Empire's aid after all. No! Oh, Grandfather. The lives of the entire continent are on the line. We don't have much choice. But doing so would cement Crossbell's status as a country unable to handle crises in its own borders. It'd kill its chance of re-independence for good. It's an almost impossible choice to make. Knowing where the next target will be works to the Republic's advantage as well. As is knowing that, while is an important military base, it can be rebuilt with ease, unlike you know. The deadline is also generous enough to give time to evacuate citizens in the vicinity of the blast. I'm sure preparations are already underway. All that to say that even if the worst should happen, Calvard will walk away with minimal damage at most. Lucky sons of bitches. And here we were thinking things would get easier after that sly old fox they had before 23 was out of the picture. The delay could still work in their favor. It might mean we've got enough time to take care of the tower ourselves. It'd take half a day or more over nothing. I'll take half a day more over nothing at all. I wouldn't bust out the champagne over that just yet. Agreed, there are reports that there are far fewer Cyber Solats stationed in the sea now compared to when it was first occupied. And there's only one other place they'd be. So the bulk of them are defending the tower then. Maybe they figured the sea would be liberated again from the start. Surely not. After all that's happened so far, anything is possible. I'd lean toward it personally. Our foe's real goal was unveiling this giant weapon all along. But at this point, just who is our foe? It doesn't sound as though Elysium itself has a will of its own. That's right, it needs an administrator. The answer is whoever ousted me from that position and took it for themselves. That all this has continued unabated even after his Supreme Leader's demise suggests it wasn't him. He would have been the most obvious answer. Our options otherwise are very few. I'll be honest, I'm not sure this is something Calvard and Erebonia's armies can solve. I don't think so either. The tower is capable of more destruction than even the past were if left unchecked.
I won't let that happen. Maybe whoever this is really thinks they're on some noble pursuit to bring eternal peace. But if you have to hold the entire continent hostage to maintain it, then how the hell is that true peace? How is that going to unite us? It's not going to unite anyone! We've worked too hard for this. I won't let this vice grip they think they have stop us from crossing the finish line!
Well said.
That's our Yuna.
You took the words right out of my mouth. We stood up when knocked down 100 times. This is just 101. Because no matter how high the barrier, it'll never be enough to stop us.
He said the word.
Right. And all of us from Thor's will be right there to help you get over it. No, it's not just for you. I want things to go back to normal for myself just as much. I want to see a brighter tomorrow. And I want to see it together with the people I care about.
Reen.
Yeah, we're right there with you.
Liberal's here to support you all we can too.
Crossbell and Erebonia are neighbors, yes. But it's more that we've overcome enough as a team that we would never back out now.
Yeah, teamwork's made the dream work enough times before. So why wouldn't we help?
We, of course, are also here for you.
Damn, do you guys love these cute speeches. I'd bust one out too if I had one to give.
Yet for all we have on our side, there are still limits to what we can do. The real key to our success is her.
True. As long as Elysium plays such a large role, its former administrator is going to make or break this.
She's the best, perhaps the only hope we have of seeing tomorrow.
Your name is Lapis, right? I hate to put this kind of pressure on you, but we're absolutely going to need you in this upcoming operation. Will you help us?
No.
What?
I said I'm not helping you.
You did not just say no.
Read the room, Lapis.
That's how our girl is. She doesn't let anyone push her into doing what she doesn't want to.
It's not like we're bossing her around over something trivial. She can't go, "Screw you guys, I'm out of here," when the stakes are this damn high!
Are you saying no because you only want to help your friends?
No. I'd say the same thing to them. I'm not helping anyone. Because I'm the one who needs help. Elysium is at the center of everything that's plaguing the continent. That means, as its former administrator, I have a duty to set things right. I wish to make this very clear. This isn't your problem that I'm saving. This is my problem that you're saving. So please, I need you to help me. Way to turn it around, LP.
She is technically correct.
Does that technically matter?
Yes, it's a very important distinction.
She's more of a character than you led me to believe, Ian. Believe me, I'm just as surprised at how much she's grown. Her friends have no doubt played a vital part in that. Can't argue with that logic. The distinction works in our favor too. We're here as friends, but as Erebonians, we can't officially interfere in Crossbell's affairs of the moment. I'm sure that was at the back of some of our minds when we agreed to step in. It was, but we're past the point where we can claim this only involves Crossbell. All of our lives are at risk here. We want to help, but even if we didn't want to, this affects us as much as it does Crossbell. Crossbell, Erebonia, Liberal. It's everyone's problem all across the map. That's a lot of people when you think about it. Yeah, but all across the map's right. And we'll need everyone we can get to help Lapis and overcome this. Estelle and Joshua never turned away a helping hand when they needed it. Force never turned them away either. Nor did SSS. And we won't turn them away now. Exactly. What just happened? Are you ignoring me? Nope, you helped everyone feel like a team, that's all. Good girl, I'm so proud of you. I don't get why. I'd like to turn our discussion to what our present objectives should be. Lapis, how exactly should we go about stopping this tower? Well, Elysium came to be for the orbital network and spirit veins. It existed in an entirely intangible state, so retaking control over it would normally be impossible. Right now, though, it exists in a physical form for the tower's central terminal. That much is very clear to me now that the signal jamming is gone. In other words, right now we have a chance. Does this form make it possible for you to reinstate yourself as administrator? As long as we can reach the tower center and I can wire myself directly to it, yes. If we do that, both the tower and the divine lightning should cease to function. Then we have our mission. One that's a lot easier said than done. The Zauber Solace are going to be difficult enough to pass, and then the tower itself is built like a fortress. It's also worth knowing that it's being protected by some sort of barrier while it draws in new energy. The barrier's mountain is so dense I doubt even railway guns could break it. It's that durable. I fear it would be something like that. Before we can even think of teleporting inside, we need to take care of that barrier. But we don't have anything stronger than the railway guns and crossbow, so if even they aren't up to the task. Let's not forget that the tower sits over a lake. We have one Merkaba hidden and ready for us use, but this isn't going to be as easy as to get to as the Azure Tower was. Azure Tree. Now for our enemy being armed to the teeth. My Merkaba is undergoing repairs in Erebonia with the Courageous too, so that one's out. We could have taken care of it if we had our Divine Knights. But unfortunately, we're going to be facing one instead on top of everything else. Yeah, there's got to be something we can do, though.
And that something lies with me.
Olivier. Angie, George. Wait. Vita. Good to see you as always, Emma. Of course she decides to swoop in right as you're discussing how to overcome a new, overpowering weapon. You don't always have to make a show of coming in to save the day, Vita. Oh, because you've never done it 1,000 times yourself, grandmother. I just couldn't afford to stay away knowing the society, the professor mainly, is involved. If the rest of the force is getting in on protecting the beautiful ladies of Zemuria from this new threat, then how can I skip out? If I get in on this action, I might get in on that action, know what I mean? If only we didn't. You look well, Crow. Same to you guys. I thought you were still in Arteria, Father Thomas. Must mean your ever-reluctant superiors realize they can't leave this a chance. You would be correct. Even they can't ignore a broadcast that's so damning. I see SSS has been very busy. Hopefully I can give congrats once I'm back in Crossbell. Hold on to that congrats, our work's not done yet. You've been conducting an independent investigation in the Empire from what I've heard. At the request of none other than the Prince himself here. We may be unable to mobilize the Imperial Army, but there is a way to catch the enemy unawares, even if it involves an element of luck. If it works, however, you'll be able to get inside a tower. Really? What's the way then? Please, my dear, and spoil the surprise? That and I rather don't think we can afford to be too cautious of Elysium. That's smart of you. We can't roll them being able to listen in on us somehow. What a horrific possibility. Well, shall we get to work on our operation? If you're willing to support me in that endeavor, of course, Commander Bales and Toa, I'd never turn that down. We have until it hits 1700 hours to pull this off, so time is of the essence. Let's begin at once. Prince Oliver, Commander Bales, and Toa began ironing out the details on how to enter the tower. The assault team comprised of the SSS, Class 7, and Rufus's party let them be to prepare for this grand battle. They agreed that the best use of their time would be to rest and recharge while touring the newly liberated Crossbell. And can we go back to the Reverie corridor? This is going to be your last chance to prepare, but we've got less than half a day left, so there's only going to be so much that we can do. The bulk of the responsibility right now is with the commander and the others who are formulating a plan either way. Yes, but we're still responsible for preparing for the fighting we're going to be doing once we're in the tower. Indeed, I would like to tour the region and see how everyone is doing while we can too. The bikes that Elisa got our hands on from the Reinford company should help us there. I'll explain the basics of riding them later on. Thanks. How long have you been carrying those glasses around, by the way? I thought my mask would draw too much attention when walking around the city. This guy plans for everything. Shall we meet again here just before the operation is scheduled to begin then? Do all that you want to now so you may face what comes next with without regrets. Huh? Makes sense, I guess. We shouldn't be getting too friendly with them. What, are we separating parties again? Wait, Lord Rufus. Can I help you, detective? You certainly look like you have something to say. Oh, I do. Thinking about it, this is our first time speaking since the panic roll before the war. Now you mention it.
Think of it as my personal apology to you for Operation Birdcage. We will be recalling our troops from Michelin as well. Why don't you enjoy yourselves there one last time?
I'd like to thank you for the consideration, though not half as much as I'd like to deck you in the face.
Oh, if you were hoping to try and make what you said then, I would not be opposed to humoring you. But I would have thought there were better ways to use what precious little time we have left to us. I happen to agree. That's why I think it would be fruitful for you to travel around Crossbell with us. It's not possible to change the past, but during the upcoming operation, we'll be fighting on the same team. The more time we spend preparing together, the easier I think we'll find it to get back to back when they're up if things get dicey. What do you say? Lloyd. Hee. We share Lloyd's view on the matter. I can't deny there's bad blood between us, but the stakes are too damn high here to be petty. For me to second guess our leader. That's Lloyd for you, always looking at the big picture. You've got to hand it to the guy. We'd like to come along too. The rest of my classmates have their own preparations to make, but so they won't be joining us, but we'll have to learn as much as we can in their place. We've been going around separately until now, so we all need to see how everyone else fights. But even putting all that aside, there's something else, something I want you to see. I want you to see the strength of Crossbell's people. I want you to witness how, even in times as hopeless as these, we never give up. You've got some chutzpah. Very well, I see no reason to refuse. Sigh. Yay, we get to hang out with RX again. Who's RX? Risha, maybe. I didn't know you knew them. It's a funny story. We met not that long ago. We're part of a secret assassins club. What? Like that, we need any more crazy kids.
Yes? I'm all ears if there's something you want to say.
Your name is Lloyd Bannings, right? I think it was you after all. Who was what?
Did he do something?
I performed one last prediction of the future, just before control of Elysium was stolen from me, and that briefly showed me someone who I think was you.
Wait.
Is something going to happen to him? Please, don't worry. I didn't see a vision of him dying or anything. What I saw was very fragmented, so I can't be sure exactly what it meant. But I feel as though it was telling me that you are the only one capable of unraveling the truth behind all of this.
Me?
Yes. You are the only one who fulfills all of the conditions. But all I saw was this possible future's conclusion. I didn't see what steps would lead up to making it happen.
Sure wish we had a few more details to go on.
But that's a hard story to ignore given Elysium's ability to predict the future.
Okay. I'll keep what you said in mind. Thanks for telling me, Lapis. I'm sure we'll need all the help you can give once this whole thing kicks off, too.
I thought I told you that this is my problem that you're saving? You're helping me.
So you did.
Shall we set up then? Once our preparations are complete, we need to assemble on the tower's rooftop. Yeah, so let's make sure that when we do, we're hanging out with no regrets. Right. Everyone has one. But what should I do first? Explore Crossbell or go into the Reverie? I think something must have happened. Maybe we should go and look when we get the chance. Final preparations period. At this time you can explore the entirety of Crossbell with certain party members. Those not in your party will remain in town, so you're welcome to seek them out for a chat. Unlike when traveling in a town with a limited party, all party members can be used on highways or in dungeons. Open the party menu upon venturing onto a highway or entering a dungeon and choose your active party members. Rufus's covert shades. It's a lot. Alright, I think I should go to Reverie Corridor first. Since I'm kind of running low on resources anyways.
Warning to all visitors. Elysium has attempted to interfere with this space 4,096 times.
What did it just say? What's it talking about?
These increased failed attempts prove that the interference with the laws of causality outside this space is at a critical point. Conclusion: limited permissions to retain memories outside of this world must be granted to combat further attempts.
Did I just understand that correctly? This is a lot to process all at once.
Accessing Reverie Corridor Management System. Adjusting awareness suppression processes.
Hold on. When Aeos's name is happening? Well, something just happened. Wait a sec, I know this feeling. My memories are back. Mine too. So that's what we've been training to prepare ourselves to combat. This must be the Garden's way of telling us just how much stronger we'll have to become to triumph. Seriously though, did you have to go and flip the switch on our memories while we were awake? My head's still spinning.
The action was deemed necessary to raise chances of controlling the crisis unfolding in the outside world. Elysium cannot be allowed to alter the laws of causality. Visitors will still be unable to retain the memories of the Reverie Corridor upon exiting.
That's a little disappointing. It must be the one rule it won't compromise on.
Permissions now granted to enter the Reverie Corridor's 4th stratum. May you seize the hope to overcome the impossible over the course of your trials.
As if we have much choice in the matter, at least we finally get the big picture. That explains all the help we've been given since we got here. It was for this. Yes, and the pivotal moment we've been training for is much closer than we thought. The threats we're up against are Elysium and the Retributive Tower. Getting those memories back also means we already know what we need to do. We're going to stop them, for Crossbell and for the entire world. Right. Damn straight we are. So long as we have time to train, I know we can turn this around. Indeed, this is our ace in the hole, and we'd be fools not to use it. And I'll back you guys up all the way. That goes for all of us. I'm roaring to see what this new Stratum's got for us. This is our last chance to steel ourselves for the final battle. Make it count, everyone. Right. Everyone's motivated and doing whatever they can to prepare for the final battle. I can't let myself be the odd one out. It's time I got ready too. Reverie Garden state has changed. You'll now begin exploring the Reverie Garden as Reen. Additional characters can be recruited via gold sealing stones. Zeit will now assist you in the Reverie corridor.
New features available.
More pom-pom party opponents. Any new courts? Yeah, we have Dazzling tier. That's basically tier 5. That's gonna be very hard to farm. Requires 2 of the original gems that was based on. That's extremely expensive. And it'll probably require a few years of grinding.
This'll be good.
Is that a new one?
Look at the size of this baby.
Glutton Shark. Tyrol Balm. Not terribly exciting.
Begin combat. You got me.
Gotcha, haha.
Play with me a little. Oh my, you're better than I expected.
I didn't even do anything.
Let's start the game. Whoopsie, I lost.
Sure, I'll play you. Oopsie, I might have fallen asleep there.
Okay, let's roll. Yeesh.
Finally.
I lost, huh?
Got 8. That means that we're in the really difficult territory.
Let's begin the match. Oops, I lose.
Right, let's get started. You're pretty good.
I'm too polished to lose. You're awful!
That was tough. Truly a supercomputer AI.
Let's start the match. Nah, I give up. You win.
Teo's not the final boss this time?
Get started. Congrats. You win fair and square. Now then, shall we begin? Aw, you beat.
Finally. Ario's really the final one?
Let's begin. You have a knack for this.
Gah, that was tough. Arios has finally been defeated. So you're the final doll that Jorg left behind in Crossbell, are you? I can truly feel his work at hand when I see you, now. You got it, Wolfie Pants. Look at me. Aren't I a masterpiece? The automated he's designed for Ark and Steel are amazing, but they don't even compare. Your physical design is one thing, but even your personality is so lifelike. Indeed, Elysium is to thank for that. The AI that was also behind the Supreme Leader, and perhaps even more than just him. It definitely seems to be involved with the origin of this place, at least. Now you mention it, that voice said something about interference before her memories came back. Right. Warning to all visitors, Elysium has attempted to interfere with the space 4,096 times. These increased failed attempts prove that the interference with the laws of causality outside this space is at a critical point. There's a lot to think about, but we still don't know enough about this place to draw any conclusions. Agreed, we should focus on resolving the incident in the real world for now. We can put our heads together on figuring this place out afterwards, as the SSS. I'm with you there. It's going to take a team effort. Hey, you didn't ask for our help. That's the spirit. There's gotta be a reason we're all together like this. Yeah, I know we can do it.
Wanna chat?
This just mirror has Palm Party exploded overnight. We can even play in here of all places. In fact, guess what? My instincts felt sharper than ever after I played earlier, more than they usually are. Are you saying that Palm Party helped with your perception of causality? Yeah, yep, only a little, and only when I'm actually playing the game. I want to try playing with more people now that I've got the hang of it. Does that sound fun to you? I get a feeling you're going to be one tough opponent, but sure, I'll give it a shot. Really? Alrighty. There's no backing out now. Let's play Palm Party when you have some free time. Oh no, she's the true final boss of it. Yup. True Holy Bell. The fact that it's just one achievement dedicated to her is pretty bad news for me.
Greetings, child of man.
What's that you have in your pocket, Lloyd? Oh, it's a Vantage Master stack. I thought so. Kia gifted one to me as well, recommending I play with other people. I've been curious about it. Since you practice this game, perhaps it would make it easier for me to try. I would appreciate it if you play a few games with me in your free time. You're going to play Vantage Master, Zeit. Sure, I'll let you know when I'm up for it. But Zeit doesn't even have thumbs. How is he able to hold his cards? This I gotta see. Okay, but I have to meet her challenge.
Yay! Let's play! Wow! You're super good at this!
Finally, U-Material 10! That's how strong she is. When it gets everyone! It was a pretty close match. I had a lot of fun too. Life is so busy that I never get the chance to play games like this. Yeah, since life is sort of on pause when we're in here, while we're here, we can do whatever we want. If only I could have something like that in real life. I wonder why we can even play games in the first place. Maybe so we can relax. That wouldn't surprise me. Everything in the garden seems to be to our benefit, so even making our stay comfortable must count too. Yeah, I guess we really owe whoever's in charge here a lot, huh? Anyway, I know there's still plenty of work to do. I'm sure we'll figure out one way or another. But stopping to take a breather like this every now and then isn't such a bad idea either. Yeah, you're right. Well put, Kia. True Holy Bell. Spamming space arts even more. As I said at the meeting, the tower is surrounded by a powerful barrier. We also need a strategy for dealing with the large number of Hellmores and other defenses that are protecting it. That's going to be easier said than done. I know Prince and Thomas are making arrangements, but it's going to be a challenge. Rose and Dieter are doing the same. They said they'll have to keep whatever they have up their sleeves a secret until the operation begins. I wish I could say that makes me feel better, but it sure does feel like we're leaving our lives up to complete chance like this. I understand your concern, but this isn't the first time any of us have faced towering odds. Plus, I have faith that Reed and his crew will figure something out. Well, aren't you optimistic? Yes, but I think having optimism is entirely the point. All we can do is have faith and do what we can. Or you can do what I'm doing, work on the assumption we'll find a way into that thing one way or another and prepare yourself. And if things don't go our way and we end up meeting the God Slayer today, then perhaps that's just the way it was meant to be. Far be it from me to keep her weighing, but I don't think that's going to happen. We're going to pull this off no matter what. That's right, I plan on living up to the GRAMHEART'S and everyone else's expectations. I better remember to talk to Rosalia too, since she's optional and therefore isn't guaranteed to show up in the conversation.
Just leave it to me.
The Divine Lightning is truly fearsome. It's astonishing to think that something so immense can be willed into existence by people's spots. Truly an unfortunate turn of events for us. But you all have overcome plenty of challenges in your time. I don't see why this one would prove any more impossible than the rest. I'm inclined to agree. The odds were stacked against us when it came to Azure Tree and Great Twilight too, after all. If we can make it through those, then we can get through this. Period. We just have to show what true strength looks like again. Spoken like the poster boy of the SSS, I respect that. With the fate of all Maria resting on this battle, I'll be keeping a close watch on how the final curtain will fall. Man, you all were amazing in the Civic Center. Totally, I nearly lost focus in the middle of our battle because I couldn't stop watching. You would think that was a rehearsed performance. Great job out there. It was like I was synchronizing with Ilya little by little as we were dancing. I feel a little guilty saying this, but it was so much fun that I couldn't see anything or anyone else. I'm sure Ilya felt the same way. And everyone's back to normal thanks to you, and all stuff is toppling the tower. Yeah, we already come this far. Now we just gotta bust right in. That's the spirit. There's no way we can fail with everyone working together. I think that pretty much covers it. There's just one small barrier standing in their way now. We've taken back what matters most to us. Now's the time to protect it.
How's it going?
Say, Lloyd, you wouldn't happen to have picked up Vantage Masters too, would ya? I've been watching everyone else play for so long that the fever finally bit me as well. I'm not a 7 like Ren is, but I've picked up a few pointers. You know me, I'm in it to win it, and this is no different. What do you say? You game to go at it mano if you have the time, Lloyd? Hard to turn down a challenge like that. You're on, Estelle. Now that's what I'm talking about. You know where to find me when you want to get down to business. Vantage Masters against Estelle.
We'll take care of this.
Well, this is a little off topic, but is it true? I heard you've taken up Vantage Masters, Lloyd. Friend has been teaching me how to play too, ever since she convinced me to pick it up because of how popular it is. I didn't get the appeal at first, but I came around once I realized I could use it to hone my strategizing. Now I can't put it down. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'd love to play a few games with you if you have the time. Sure thing, Noel, you're on. The Retributive Tower is unlike anything I've ever seen before. You don't know anything more about it, do you, Jubilee? I don't. McBurn's simulacrum was the product of the 6 Anguists acting alone. Orchis is involved at some level, but I couldn't say how much. So it's not unlike the Azure Tree incident, the key difference being that we still don't know who the mastermind behind this is. The grisly, grim fellow said that whoever it is has taken over Elysium. It doesn't sit well with me that they also took over the Rhineford military factory and misappropriated materials to build a tower. Regardless of who or what is behind this, I plan to give them their proper comeuppance alongside Lady Elisa and the others. You've really found a place where you belong, haven't you, Sharon? I think it's fair to say we've all changed a lot since leaving Ouroboros. What about you, Swift? Have you considered taking the opportunity to leave as well? You've been for a lot in this last year. I can't deny that, but I have a responsibility to look after Estelle Ritter. That is what my lord would want. Maybe you haven't changed it after all. Yes, but that part of her has always been part of her charm. So what's up, kid? You went out of your way to drag us here, so spit it out. Please stop it with the kid thing. There's just something I want to ask. How are you two okay with involving the people you care about in this coming fight? What the hell? Are you stupid? Not quite the words I would have chosen, but I do believe there's been a misunderstanding. For one, your assumption that we involved them is incorrect. That isn't why Milliam fights besides us anyway. She chose this path for herself. That's all there is to it, and all it will ever be. What? And it's the same way with Tita. She knows what she's doing. I don't even have to tell her I'll protect her these days. Tita can handle herself. Look, I get where you're coming from, but maybe try taking a look in the mirror. What do you mean? We can't pretend to know your past, nor do either of us plan to force it out of you. But maybe the answer you're looking for lies within yourself. Have you considered having more faith in yourself and your partner? Her beliefs when Nadia are still only around 14 years old. They have a lot weighing on them. The Retributive Tower's presence is terrifying, isn't it? It's even scary to think about how long it's been there without anyone noticing. Professor Schmidt and the others are currently looking at how that happened at the Castle of Mirrors. Regardless, it's clearly a weapon that surpasses anything we've ever seen before. We did come across signs of something massive being produced at the Rhineford military factory. To put in perspective how massive the tower is, I think only the main weapon was built at the factory. The Divine Lightning, the weapon that wiped out the Naval Fortress. If that thing is allowed to fire more shots, then Crossbell, no, the entire continent, well, we're not going to let that happen. We only have half a day in the real world. Normally I would say it's hopeless. Right, but as long as we're in here, we have as much time as we need to train and prepare ourselves. Well put, everyone. Let's do everything we can to stop the crisis that's unfurling.
Good day to you.
I can feel our bonds growing ever stronger the farther we go through the corridor. I've had so many illuminating conversations here that I almost can't wait to see what else we have to share with one another. Especially when it comes to romance. Who's cozying up to whom? Are any sparks flying within these walls? Ooh, the tantalizing possibilities. So this world is meant to act as a training ground to help us solve what's happening in Crossbell. What's strange to me is that I should be in Erebonia right now in the real world. Even if I were to train here myself, I don't know how I would be able to directly affect the situation in Crossbell. That's a good point. There are others here who shouldn't be able to directly participate in what's happening either. There may be something more to this, son. Something we still haven't figured out. But I don't think there's anything strange about all of us working together right now. Given the situation, I assumed you'd be working alongside the princess. Oh, you're right. I would have loved to have been by Reen's side to help him as well. But right now I'm focused on what I can control and do while still in the Empire. Gotcha. You don't have to worry about Instructor Reen. I'll see to it he's safe and sound. Let's work together in here to become stronger, even if we are separated in reality. Absolutely. Hey Reen, Rufus. I'm glad you managed to sell the things with that imposter. We were just talking about that. He was probably the primary cause behind all the chaos. All he did was pick up the remains, nothing more than the end result of everyone else rising up to take action. That being said, the voice we've been hearing is even more illogical than I realized. Why return our memories? When people such as yourself, self-detective, or used to be more cooperative if you didn't have your memories of me? Where is this coming from, Rufus? Yeah, really, I don't think that's true at all. If anything, I think having our memories back makes it easier to work with you. Does it now? Yeah, now we know where you stand. He's not wrong. I'm sure Eustace feels the same way. We'll be counting on your help to fix what's happening in reality. I have no objections. Solving that crisis is merely an extension of taking responsibility for the mess I made. I couldn't tell you what may await us, but until we find our answer, I'm more than willing to continue working together.
Ever the lively bunch this is.
Whether we like it or not, our fates are determined to stay intertwined with one another. But I doubt there will ever be a better chance to settle the score with me, so why not do so? Well, I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to in a way, yeah. But I also don't like the idea of fighting you head-on when what's done is done, either. Fair enough, and I propose to work out our issues with a few rounds of Vantage Masters. Would that be more to your taste? Huh, that's an interesting idea. Sure, why not? I just wasn't thinking a nobleman would whip out a card game as a way to resolve a dispute. The credit isn't mine, to be fair. Your Ironblood suggests that I start playing. After some matches, I realized it has a certain strategic depth on par of real combat. With that being the case, I should think it find a way to resolve our differences. Yeah, you sound genuine enough about it too, so I'm in. Not sure if my deck has what it takes. I need to beef up my collection before I can put up a real fight. You think you could give me some time to prepare before we go at it? If we're going to play, I want to be sure to give you everything I've got. Of course, take all the time you need. I'll be here till you're ready. New master missions. Why is there one against Rufus specifically? Wow. He's gonna be the strongest one, huh? I'll save him for last, and also, I think I might be able to buy new cards here.
Trading process.
No, there's no new cards, just hair and towels. Dang it. That fake we fought at the Watchtower was nothing like the real deal. Facing a swordsman of your caliber that's mastered 8 leaf second form is invaluable. I suspect Rean will surpass me eventually. Doubt. You both should be proud of this next generation of swordsmen inheriting Erebonia's 2 signature styles. Continue to aim for greater heights. There are still several role models I wish to surpass. I'll make sure I use the trials here in the real world as further experience. Right, which is why we like to continue training with the Divine Blade of Wind. It's a deal, as long as I can continue to learn from the two of you as well. They're training ahead of the final battle. I probably shouldn't interrupt them.
You can always hang with me.
The guild's always short on help, no matter how many talented bracers we have. I wouldn't mind pulling in at least one new recruit soon, knowing what's to come. I don't exactly have business cards prepared, but let me know if you're interested. You don't even need a letter of recommendation. We still have plenty on our plates to deal with, but at least the city's been freed. I wasn't expecting Theater to hire Gareth and the boys, though. Who did? Hard to ignore the irony that he once hired them to attack the city. Wild. It doesn't seem like they brought Shirley with them, at least. What really caught me by surprise was the Killing Bird talking some sense in the EDF. So it looks like our CEO was really just a big teddy bear this whole time. I wouldn't mind talking with him about the boss once this is all over. I could stand to catch up with him too. There's still a lot I owe him for. He even helped me again through all this by making me realize something important I had forgotten. Well, I guess the old bear is another person we can't let down. Better make sure we're ready for what comes next. I'm gonna put everything I've gained, both with the SSS and the Jaeger, to the test and give this every drop of blood, sweat, and tears I've got. Same with the rest Jaegers turned bracers. Yeah, let's go all out. Kinda disappointed that Shirley and Cedric did not show up in Crossbell. You think Shirley at least would want to go just to fight the really strong simulacrums? So much for business as usual in Crossbell. Things are officially out of hand. The continent must be in chaos right now. After the Supreme Leader's announcement and the tower popping off like that. Damn, it's been only half a year since we handled that annoying ass curse. Whoever's taking over Elysium is a real killjoy, you know that? I can't help but want to apologize. Crossbell's caused a lot of damage for Erebonia between the first Independence incident and now this. Let's not forget Erebonia is to blame for dragging the entire continent into a war. And you also pointed a railway gun at Crossbell that one time. Yeah, I shoulder some of the burden for that. But in a way, what's happening now is a good opportunity. This is a chance for me to pay back some of the sins I committed as an Ironblood. I've still got that cell for being the one who pulled the trigger that started the war. If whatever the hell's going on is still connected to the Great Twilight, and that gives me double the reason to put an end to it. Me, I wouldn't be standing here if not for Ordine and his pals. It was literally given a second life, so I may as well do something with it. You got that, Bannings? Trying to take all the spotlight, Mr. National Hero. Leave some for the rest of us to prove we deserve to be here. You got it.
It's make or break for us.
No harm in taking it easy for a little while. Want to play some Vantage Masters? It'll help us relax and, hey, maybe it'll even bring us some good luck. Will it now? You know, something about you reminds me of Randy. Not that I'm arguing, but I guess we could use a break, so let's do it, Crow. Oh dear, you got me. Hey, you two, getting a game of chess then? It's just some light brain exercise. We're using it as a way to go over what's happening in reality. We feel like at the rate things are going, the operation has a success rate of about 0% or so. Oof, you don't say. We're dealing with an enemy that has the ability to calculate the future itself. They'll see right through us if our plan is anything less than perfect. Things would be easier if we could just rely on the two major powers for help, but it looks like that's not going to be an option. Feels like a waste to be working this hard for nothing. I'm going to take a nap. Come on, it's not that hopeless. The important thing to remember is that predictions and calculations aren't infallible. That's what I learned from watching the Radiant Wings cut through the seemingly endless despair of the Great Twilight. And this time, we have even more powerful allies on our side. There's still hope, I know it. Yeah, there is, without a doubt. So it's up to us to keep fighting and better our chances of actually pulling it off. I could go without working harder than I have to, but sure, I'll do what I can to help us out. But you know, I didn't take you as the type to be uncertain about anything, well, Miss Know-It-All. There's still plenty I don't even know. A maiden's heart can be a fickle thing. I'm not sure what this has to do with anything, but I'll take your word for it. The repercussions of Juno's destruction are already spreading throughout the Empire. Governor Regnus has declared a state of emergency and told all citizens to be prepared to evacuate. That division has guarded at Gorellia Fortress as a precaution, but there's not much they can do. The meeting between my dad, Speaker McDowell, and President Gramheart basically ended with the other sides declaring non-intervention. It feels like their plan is to isolate Crossbell. What Elysium has cooked up might be even crazier than what Gramps was doing. Unfortunately so, it's proving a more troubling opponent than we could have imagined. Crossbell isn't alone just yet. We have all of you here as well as several other friends and allies willing to fight. Exactly, at this point everyone is here because they choose to be. The same is even true of those of us who were enemies during the Great Twilight. If anything, that makes me even more excited to see what kind of harmony we can make now that we're all on the same page. Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's put our heads together and show Elysium who's boss. We really are lucky to have made such dependable allies. Very well, I'm not very experienced, but I'll entertain you for a while. Steal you and wail on you with everyone else. Haha, finally got you.
Strikingly intricate game.
Agree on. Act twice.
I shall be your opponent.
I can't believe Emerald Taunus keeps showing up. That's insane. Like, I can't do it. It's impossible. Now I have quite an advantage. Not anymore. Swing for game. Ha!
Strikingly intricate game.
That was really tough. These games are getting way harder, and they're not giving me all of their good cards. I have to, and they don't sell any additional cards at the shop either, so it's really tough to keep up here. Alright, as long as you don't mind losing. Soul Fighter?
Alright, let's get this started.
Why does everyone get such OP looking masters? Like what?
Oh, man.
Victory!
I lost?
Tent Arc. I didn't actually see this one, but it's really powerful. 4 damage to all, but it costs 8 to summon it. Basically a Raigeki. Hard. Oh boy.
Alright, let's get this started.
I can have Tent Arc right from the get-go, but Tent Arc is better once the enemy already sets up their board. Yeah, I'll save that Reduce for when I really need it. Do this for now. Damn. Okay. This cuts down to 4, and I have exactly 4 now. Seal you for 2 turns. Really? Move to here. And steal you. Alright, help buy me some time to work around this. Smack you. Oh wow, it's gonna cost a ton. Attack you. Seal you. Now, Harvest. Sealed up. Eliminate. Seal up. Summon Greon. Swing for 12. Victory is within reach. And swing.
Aw, man. I lost?
Roger, I'm going all out. You too?
Let's just have fun.
Oh no, she's gonna seal me.
Oh,
done. Disaster. 4 damage to a whole row.
Let's just have fun.
And turn past. Not good. I won't be able to seal this turn. Why you seal a Tarbis? That's so weird. Boss attack. Mathematically, this works out. Not good. Swing for game. That was pretty fast.
Oh, shucks. You got me.
Never speaking my language. Crown Thief, no.
Game on. Whoa, you wrecked me there.
Crown Thief. Draw more cards. Reduces mana cost by 1.
Alright, game on.
No! Gonna need to keep the transmute. Curia Bell. Skill. Seal you. Hide a Blix back here. Damn. They have Greon as well. Good thing they didn't attack Curia Bell. Use my own Greon and go all in on attacking. It's not enough. No, if I summon this as well. So 10, 12... I think I have lethal if I... My boss... Attack. Attack. Damn, I don't have enough. I'll finish him next turn. Okay, first off, kill you. Greon. And done.
You wrecked me there.
Got a little reckless, but it worked out. What kind of master do you have? It must be incredibly broken. Finally ready for a real challenge, are you? Let's go, Rufus. It's time to duel. Very well. Accept your challenge, Detective Bannings. I don't know what he's up to. Arc Paladin!
I'll join you for a bit of entertainment.
Oh man, why do they always get the strong-sounding ones? Attack. Lethal!
Well, now, you have tremendous skill.
Renacroy. Finally, a really good one. Strange, I can't recall making any particular strategic errors, yet here we are. Your persistence and willingness to gamble on small chances paid dividends once again, Bannings. If I'm being honest, it does feel pretty good to finally beat you. I'll spare you that punch, I promise now. We're on the same team, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad to have you with us. That straightforward nature you and your friends possess may just be your greatest strength. Did I hear that right? It must have been your imagination. Regardless, admitting defeat is an integral part of knighthood. I hope you'll accept this. Zerum Capsule. Are you really sure I can have this? Seems a little excessive for the occasion. Not at all. It's the least I can do given all my past deeds. Well, I believe we've had our fill of fun. We should return to the task at hand. I'll be counting you in the battles ahead, Detective Bannings. Sure thing. Thanks again for agreeing to the match. "19 people? What? That's a strange requirement. Are there more people that I missed? Or maybe I have to get all the golden people, all the golden orb people first."
I'll join you for a bit of entertainment.
Is there a reason this guy keeps summoning the same fucking thing? No way. Tom. Goodness. Oh my goodness. He's only got 10 left. I can win this. Oh, that was close.
You have tremendous skill.
That was supposed to be the hardest one, huh? Well, so far, the additional gold ones might be even tougher. I really wish they would just give me Rufus's master. That would make my life so much easier. Be able to recycle all my resources like crazy, and not have to rely on seal spamming just to keep the enemies from constantly reviving everything. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trials in the Reverie. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit that bell icon.